Okay, so this is r slash am I the asshole, where we get to judge strangers online for them either being the good guy or the bad guy in the situation. I so I'm planning on making this like a semi-regular thing, but okay, I guess without so let's just get to the good part. First story. Am I the asshole for refusing to teach my cousin how to play piano and calling her parents cheap? So, first things first, I at 17 do not know how to play the piano, never took a lesson in my life. My father was a musician, so I have plenty of musical instruments in my home. They were mostly taking dust after he died 10 years ago. Oh, that's sorry. So I started playing them. I have a good ear and I'm a quick learner, but I'm mostly focused myself on the clarinet and the guitar. I did learn to play a few songs on the piano though, not very complicated ones, but they are nice to hear and I'm quite good at playing them. But I learned through piano tutorials, so I have no technique. I just learned what keys I had to press and tried to do it over and over again until I could. I guess though, if you happen to enter my house while I'm on the piano room playing, I can pass momentarily for someone who knows how to play the piano, and that's what happened to my aunt and uncle. They have two children and a buttload of money. They make 3 times what my family made when I was growing up. My cousin, F9, wants to learn how to play the piano, has been asking multiple times for lessons. But my lovely aunt and uncle own a last generation gaming system, every possible gaming console the kids are not even allowed to play with, a two-story villa, and a house on the sea. Apparently, don't have enough money to pay for exclusive lessons, expensive lessons. Okay, that actually took 1 minute. I thought it would take like 5 minutes. All right, last paragraph, and this is what you're gonna decide. However, yesterday they came to visit and I was playing the piano when they arrived, so I didn't hear them. They barged in the piano room and started saying that they didn't know I could play the piano, and I was extremely selfish for not offering to teach my cousin since I knew how much she wanted to learn and the fact and that they don't have means to afford lessons. I politely explained that I do not in fact know how to play the piano. They called me a liar. I calmly explained that I'm in no way qualified to give lessons since I need lessons myself. They attacked me, saying that I obviously already taken lessons and I was refusing only because they couldn't pay me. I explained how it is that I can play some songs at the piano, and I showed them if I knew how to play, I'd gladly teach my cousin for free. They insisted I should at least teach her a few songs I know how to play, so that she could see if she liked it. And at this point, I had enough. And here's where I might be the asshole. I told them that I didn't know how to play a piano, and she wanted to learn that much. They could stop being some cheap assholes and pretending they don't have the money to. When they spend thousands on things they enjoy and never a cent for their children, they left, and I'm talking to my whole family to apologize, and my family says I have to, but I don't want to. Am I the asshole? Well, OP, first of all, your choice. It's your choice whether or not whether or not to butt in, to offer them lessons, and you weren't selfish for not offering to give her lessons, at least in my opinion. But I think you could have approached how you talk to them better. You maybe could have called them like not cheap assholes, and pretending they have money when they spend thousands of things they enjoy and never with their children. But I guess it's everybody sucks here. I mean, it would have taken say what 5 minutes to teach them like A B C, count with me, or something like that, or like very simple notes that comprise of only using C, D, and E. But it's your choice. Overall, I'd say everybody sucks here, but it's kind of leading a bit towards the parents for being cheap. I give you a 0.5 out of out of 10 buttholes, and I give the parents 1.2 out of 10 buttholes. Alright. Next story, I'm gonna browse through the Reddit. Okay. When my asshole turned my down. Alright, this looks juicy. Alright. Let me set it up. Am I the asshole for telling my dad I won't participate in therapy after he listened in on a private conversation? So I lost my mom when I was 7. I'm now almost 16, and my dad married a few months after she died, 7 to be exact. They were pretty much estranged at the time, so I wasn't surprised. But his moving on so hard and fast was hard for me. He was happier than he had ever been when my mom was alive. I don't think he loved her anymore. I think he was hoping I would jump on the chance to start afresh. For me, the first big hurdle was about a week after he got married, and he told me he wanted to see my grandpa next because he didn't think it was good for me. My grandpa is my mom's mom. Is it? No, and he raised my mom and my uncle from the time they were two on his own after my grandma died. Yeah, I don't miss that. He never remarried, and my uncle at the time didn't have any children. I told my dad it wasn't fair and I needed him. Turns out he felt my grandpa's decisions not to remarry were a bad influence on me, and I would feel regarding him remarrying. Sorry, it kind of doesn't make sense to me either. His wife, for the most part, I got along okay with. I was distant. I didn't want to look at anyone else as a mom figure, and I think she was hoping that eventually I would. She wasn't too pushy though, and I know I'm lucky that way. After that first year, it was insisted we celebrate her on Mother's Day, and that was hard. About 2 years later, after she was pregnant, and I had just been told, they asked why I was so sad, and I told them I missed when my family was together and I had my mom. They discouraged me from talking about it, and my dad said it was a hurtful thing to say because our family was different, but we were still a family. Feeling has never changed, but I don't speak up. I didn't want to get in trouble for saying anything. My mom's birthday was in December and I was talking to my best friend about it. I was telling her that I really missed the way my family used to be, and mom, and how I disliked how things were now. There was a lot talked about. I was in my room. I was talking pretty low so nobody could hear. When I got off the phone, I was confronted with about 30 minutes of a phone conversation from my dad and his wife. I was pissed they eavesdropped on me, and they said I didn't talk to them. I pointed out what happened. I got sent to my room without dinner. The next day, my dad said he was getting us all family therapy. I told him I wasn't going to participate because he eavesdropped on me and then got mad for saying something in a private conversation that he scolded me for staying as a child. He told me I was making life difficult for him, refusing to let go and talking like that still. Am I the asshole? I'm not so sure I'm not anymore. So I decided to come to the internet and ask. You, OP, you are not the asshole here. So, I don't think family therapy is the best option right now, because if that's your dad's reaction to one thing, or like that's mainly most of it, I don't think it's gonna do really well. So you're not the asshole. It's obvious. I mean, like, your father is just refusing to accept your thought process. He wants to mold you into somebody who will accept the family as it is, and I think he'll just need to accept. I don't know. I'm not very wise. But I just think he wants to force you into a mentality that like makes you one love his family, and um let me look at the replies. Oh please what is yep. Oh, that was basically feelings of grief that have failed to be tended with. And you said that he loved her very much. Well, if he loved her very much, wouldn't he have taken time to grieve first, at least like a year off before he got remarried? Something tells me he wasn't very faithful in that marriage. I'll just say this outright. I don't think he was really very faithful. But yeah, it's okay that you think about this, but I don't really thinking about getting this caught up in your mother. Thinking about your mother is very healthy, especially for somebody who has to get a new family, because your mother is not, even before she died, your mother was not everything that was in your life. So yeah, but the fact that you still have friends tells me you aren't missing out. But your father's basically created an atmosphere where I think you feel pressured to like force love upon your family. So you on the asshole. I'll give you 0 out of 10 assholes, and I'll give your dad, let me judge, like 7 out of 10 assholes for being like really bad. But I'm surprised he didn't like yell at you or anything. But that's the reason it's not like an 8 or a 9. But I think that's all the stories I want to do now. I mean, I'll probably do some like bursts of 2, and yep, going to therapy is your choice. I don't really know what to say, but I guess this is all. Yeah.